Hi, I'm Erin with Breathe Grace Yoga. Welcome to Yuletide Yoga, Day 19. Today, we will explore the pose of butterfly or cobbler's pose. Cobbler's pose, butterfly, is a hip opening pose. It stretches your lower back. Let's talk about how we can make this pose more comfortable for everyone. Traditionally, we sit down on the mat and bring the soles of the feet together. Depending on your hip flexibility, if you have any hip conditions, will determine how close your feet are to your body. So you might want to bring them all the way close, but if that's not comfortable, then push them out and leave a little bit more space here. That's fine, okay? So here we are in butterfly or cobbler's pose, holding onto the ankles and taking the elbows and maybe pressing into the thighs on either side, keeping a tall spine and just hinging forward to open up those hips. Still looking at me. This is traditional cobblers or butterfly. Now, some options. You can roll up or fold up a blanket or towel and sit on that to raise the hips up. Any kind of hip tenderness or hip conditions, this should help. And again, keeping those feet further away from your body should also help with that. So just raising those hips up a little bit gives a different pelvic tilt, which is more suitable for this kind of pose. Grabbing the ankles, pressing the elbows into the thighs, and then hinging forward. You can see you can hinge a little bit further with your hips raised up a little bit more, and it's not uncomfortable. Another option is you can bring the blocks and place them underneath your knees. Different heights. So if your knees are higher, you can put them here. If your knees are lower, you can put them here or even here, depending on where your knees fall. That gives a little bit of extra support. When you press into the thighs, your knees are being supported. So that's another option. You can also take a block, put it between your feet. That might be more comfortable for you, instead of bringing the feet right next to each other. And before I show you cobblers or butterfly in a chair, I'll show you one more thing. Traditionally, we keep the spine straight, we hinge forward, just like this. Sometimes I need a little release in my spine. I like to open up the vertebrae. So after I hinge forward and open the hips, I might bring the chin to the chest, round the spine, and release the back, the entire back. Bringing the head towards the feet and rounding the spine will release all the vertebrae in the spine. But traditionally, it's with a straight back and just hinging and opening up the hips. It's just some options. And finally, if you are in a chair, and you want to do cobblers or butterfly in a chair, let me move back just a little. Place a block in between your feet, right in front of the chair, and place your feet in the same position, soles towards each other, on top of the block, and then open up the hips that way. And you can stack the blocks up for a little bit deeper of a stretch, similar to pigeon, which we did a while back. And just pressing on those thighs, opening up the hips here. So those are some options. for cobbler's pose or butterfly. So choose a position for butterfly that you're comfortable with today. And we'll come into it together and focus our intention on you, yourself. Taking a deep breath. Bring your focus first to your breath, feeling it as you inhale and exhale. And then bringing that intention to yourself. The appearance of things change according to the emotions, and thus we see magic and beauty in them, while the magic and beauty really are in ourselves. Taking a moment now to capture that magic and beauty that lives inside of you, knowing that you can reach for it any time. And then releasing your hands from your ankles, maybe coming into easy pose. Thank you so much for joining me today on day 19 of Yuletide Yoga. Namaste.